Gerald has gone on a mission to find food for himself and his fellow players. He left to Bunker A to find the livestock of humans that the cannibals were storing. He intended to take the cannibals out, so he brought tons of weapons with him. Upon arriving there, he found a body from the entrance that had holes in his chest that had signs of acid burns. He heard sounds from the vents and screams from below, so he continued with caution. Downstairs at the main area, he saw men running and screaming in pain. He started to shoot the men dead, and some of them had weird small crab creatures crawl out of their chest with an inside-out melting event. These crabs crawled into the vents. He noticed that pretty much all the cannibals were running in panic, every now and then, another having the same gruesome end. Their new Japanese leader Monstoro was running down the hall towards Gerald, screaming. His chest started to melt, and more of the small crabs crawled out as Gerald headshot him dead. He made the call to leave this infected bunker, as he also realized the livestock people like Bob, Sarah, and their child, would be infected too. While escaping, a ball with limps dropped on his back from the ceiling, penetrating his side with a tail like spike that pulsated inside him for a few seconds. The thing pulled it out and crawled into hiding. Gerald ran out of the bunker and into Bunker C, where the makeshift garden was in the toilet. On his way, he noticed that the forest was now different, heavier. He could hear whispers in the wind and felt the forest like it was a presence. He got one plant meal for himself and everyone still alive and returned to the Bunker D. There he was brought to the hospital. Lean has won an immunity for day 15, the next elimination. However, there is a twist to it. Lean will have to divide the rest of the players into teams of 2. These teams play a scribble match over the next 24 hours. The team that gathers the least points, Lean will have to choose alone which one of the 2 players to eliminate. So no one else is voting for this next one. The teams were Cheesy and Gerald, and Pato and a really cool person. Then it was time for alliance talks. Pato asked, who do you plan to vote on each team? Or like at least who do you plan to vote on mine? Lean said, shit, are you gone get mad? Well, I plan on taking Gerald and Cool to the top 3. Pato asked, could I ask why? I'm curious. Lean said, I want Cool to be 3rd as payment for not betraying me for the Goon cult, which they could have easily done, although honestly I might change my mind. Might take you instead Loki. After all, you took down Quarter at the start, which I thank you for. And I want Gerald and I to be top 2 to achieve what will be known as the Cocaine Redemption. Pato said, my main objective in the games is to always get rid of tyranny. Pato said, Cheesy, there is a chance. You need to win Scribble. It's the only change for you. Lean will maybe like 50% chance choose me to take with him. If it's you who lose, you are dead. He will take Gerald. Cheesy said, I know, crying emoji. Pato said, man, if you don't win on Scribble, we are 100% losing. Then Cheesy's and Gerald's team lost the Scribble. Lean had to pick to eliminate one of them, so he eliminated Cheesy. Lean said, so long, pal. Pato said, goodbye, Cheesy. Cheesy said, bye-bye. As Cheesy is standing at the death bunker, her chest and abdomen starts to melt from the inside out, pushing out holes, as dozens of small crab creatures crawl out and into the vents of the bunker. Their movement in the vents seem to go beyond the edge wall of this bunker, hinting that the vents connect to the other bunkers.